Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Kyle Ride 425 podcast. As you can see, you can now.
You can see.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
We're trying something different tonight. We decided to go ahead and film and just see how, it affects the whole thing. So this could be a bit more of a deeper dive, if you will. It's cool. So we're gonna set this up very much like how Deep Fat Fried has their setup. It requires little to no editing.
Yeah, when you explained that to me, I was like, all right, I got you.
It's we're both on screen the whole time, so unfortunately we can't space out or anything because we'll get caught. So it's like if we're not paying attention, they will know. So but
I don't give a shit. Like sometimes I don't pay attention.
No, what was it? I can't remember if we talked about this on the podcast or not. But what was that? Oh, it's Thor. Oh, dude, he's snoring so loud.
Oh, you can't even see him. That's unfortunate.
Oh man, no, it's okay. You looked up.
Well, because
thank God we have cameras right now.
I was not paying attention. That's what I was doing.
Oh my God! Listen, we're off to a hot start. All right, I love it.
All right, all right, bacon.
How
about that?
I had a segue, but here we go.
You know what? You were taking way too long.
Well, I like to ease into things, but not tonight. So, bacon. What can we say about bacon? It is the addition of flavor that is most welcome, I would say, besides ranch.
Whoa. See. Okay, look. When it comes, like, I like ranch.
Are you not a lover of ranch?
Okay, well, look.
I mean, you're allowed to feel that way. I just had no idea if that's the case.
It's not that I don't like ranch. What I don't do is I don't put it on everything. Like
fair, yeah.
Almost everybody in America seems to do. Thor.
Bro, you're gonna have to wake up. He's shaking the whole couch.
Damn, dude.
Now, what's crazy was that there was the one time that I swear we could hear him in the podcast, but then I listened to it back and it sounded like we were talking about nothing.
Well,
so it's
really
weird.
There was a few times I could still hear him, but anyways.
But yeah, bacon is just like, it's just great, but I get what you're saying about ranch though, is that
ranch is, I can put it on a lot of things. I can't do it on everything all the time.
Right.
And that's where like it can just get too overpowering for me, where you don't really taste what you're trying to taste.
You just taste ranch.
That's
yeah.
Like, okay.
Sorry, John Caparulo has a bit about that, and that's gross. So
Fat Kid and me, I had pizza rolls today for lunch.
Hell yeah.
And I threw a little bit of ranch on there to like dip them in. And as I was eating them, I'm like, man, I really can't taste the pizza rolls. Thor.
Bro, you are so loud.
Bubs.
Hey, wake up.
Come on.
Come over here.
Anyways,
something. Like, just stay away.
his eyes were open. But no, it did. It took over all the flavor, and it was just one of those where I realized I get it's for salad, but like everybody puts it on everything. It's like, no, you can't taste anything.
Yeah. Ranch itself is delicious. And I think the only thing that it wouldn't go on, there's two things I think ranch won't go on.
Ice cream.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Can you guess?
Cake. Like desserts, I guess.
There's now three things that ranch can't go on.
Like, what do you mean? I don't know.
No, it's I always thought about ice cream and cereal.
Well, dude. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things that can't go on.
But think about this. Like, you can literally use ranch for every single meal. Breakfast, you can put it, either like, some people like to dip their eggs in it. Some people like to,
no.
Yeah. Oh man, it's delicious. Oh yes.
Ooh, no, that'll actually make me sick.
Watch that actually cause an uprising of like, this guy puts ranch on his eggs.
It's like people that do ketchup.
Oh my gosh. Actually, now
gross. Dude.
Wait, so you don't like eggs and ketchup?
No.
You're not an eggs and ketchup guy? Yeah. Oh yeah. If it's done right, yeah.
Done right. What the hell does that even mean?
Hot sauce, cheese, and then what word am I looking for? A big amount of butter. A surmountable amount of butter. I don't know what
make up a word.
Yeah.
Well, I made up hearing,
That was like
so
yeah, and Dash Hound. So, yeah, that's fun. Hey, yo. Yeah, there's now you guys can see what's happening whenever if the cats or whatever misbehave down here. So
all right. So bacon. So what is it you want to do with bacon? Let's finally get to the point.
All right. We are about to do something amazing on this podcast right now because I don't know if anybody has ever actually gone at this topic like this before, but we are about to prove with science that bacon is in fact delicious.
Are the Mythbusters coming?
No, it's just you and me, bro.
Oh man,
are you ready to go? You ready to go on this? You guys better be ready too. Piper, stop messing with the poster. Get down. Okay.
Good one though. It's the Joker.
It is a good one. Do your thing. Get down. Okay.
Oh, Thor was up for that.
He was. Thor will always try to take care of if the cats are misbehaving. He'll always like over them like, hey, stop it. So,
but dude, if you're coming over here, you need to make up your mind.
All right. Everyone loves bacon. That's the beginning of this article I'm about to read to you. The article's not long. It's from the Daily Meal, but this is what they had to say about bacon. And I think you're going to be quite impressed with what they have to say.
Okay.
So this is screenshotted on my phone, so I'm not going to be scrolling. I'll actually be flipping. So, just bear with me if this gets a little odd, but everyone loves bacon. It's a widely accepted fact, and now we know why that is. It turns out that bacon has a certain flavor chemistry that creates its uniquely intense taste, according to the BBC. The flavor originates from the pork belly before it is cured, smoked, and thinly sliced. Scientists have confirmed that the fat is the sixth basic taste. Sorry, wow. I'd say that 10 times fast.
Yeah.
That the fat is the sixth basic taste, and fat is one of the key players in bacon. When the fatty acids break down as bacon cooks, they turn into compounds of taste and smells, such as these words I'm not familiar with, so if I butcher these, I apologize.
It's fine.
But it says they turn into compounds of taste and smells, such as furans, aldehydes, and ketones. Furans are sweet and nutty, aldehydes are grassy, and ketones are buttery. When combined, they taste like bacon. Chris Kurth, a professor of meat science at Texas A&M University. Mind you, there is a meat science at Texas University. I love that. That is so great. It's like, what do you do? Oh, I study meat science at Texas University. I'm sure you do.
You have my attention.
Right. It's like, oh, man. And I bet the meats are huge. Because it's in Texas.
Yeah, I'm not even saying
everything's bigger in Texas. Oh, God. It's turned into a different kind of podcast. All right,
anyway, bacon.
So bacon, yeah. So Chris Kurth, the guy that we established is the greatest man that ever walked this earth. He told the BBC that the diet and the breed of the pig. Sorry. Oh, shit. Here we go again. Oh, God. First night on camera, I'm already crying. Holy shit.
All right. Breed of the pig.
Whew. Okay. A lot of what makes it... He's the greatest man that ever existed. He works... Oh, God.
Greatest man that ever existed.
He is the greatest that ever existed. Oh, shit. We'll see if I keep this. So, of course, they're going to have questions as to why my eyes are suddenly watery. Like, what happened between that cut? I'm keeping it. Now, he said that the diet and breed of the pig also factor into how the bacon will taste. A lot of what makes it possible to tell one species meat from another is traceable to the fats in the membranes of muscle cells. So literally there is like everything about bacon is inherently delicious. Every single flavor that goes into it, the three main flavors, and which is the weird names that they brought up. But it's the fact that like what really sold me about this was that it said that they're sweet and nutty. They also have a grassy kind of taste to them as well.
Yeah.
And they're buttery. It's like the three like three flavors together that like, you know, Wonder Twins like activate kind of thing, but it's you know, a trio instead of a double.
Is bacon something that you prefer over sausage?
I'm both. I'm a both guy, dude. I love a double meat.
No,
it's delicious.
I mean, like sausage is okay on certain things for me. Like I like Italian sausage on like my pizza. And like biscuits and gravy, but I really don't dig it on anything else. I'll eat it, but like I don't get like a sausage, egg and biscuit, you know, from a fast food restaurant or something. I always get the
Really?
no.
So you are a bacon guy if you get a sandwich.
Yeah.
Breakfast sandwich in this particular situation.
Even kind of just in general. But now if someone offers and or gives me one, you know, like that's happened many a times, you know, work or whatever, I won't not eat it.
I mean, it's still meat.
It's still meat. It's still okay. It's still okay. But there is just a certain flavor about it that I don't really get into, and it's got to be specific things. And I don't know so yeah, bacon all the way when it comes to meat candy.
Okay. Yeah. Meat candy. That's I like that. That was really good.
Yeah. So now when it comes to bacon, we put it on a lot of things. If you really think about it,
we do.
When you told me, you said, I want you to think about all the foods that you, or like whatever it was, like foods that you like with bacon, or the, you know, your top favorites. Like, honestly, man, just almost anything is better with bacon. I feel like,
dude, Good Mythical Morning, Rhett and Link actually did a whole episode on that.
Did they really?
They did. They wanted to find out, like, you know, is there such thing as too much bacon? Like, this, like,
no.
They took it a whole step farther. Like they're going to go into, or they went into some of the things that we're going to go into later about like some things that should not be flavored bacon, because there is a limit. There is a limit.
That's what I mean. Like, I thought you meant the amount of bacon you eat for breakfast.
Oh, what did the old guy say from Angry Old Men?
What?
Is it an Angry Old Men or whatever? What is it? No, Grumpy Old Men. I wasn't a huge fan of it. So, you said, what was it? The oldest guy used to say when he's like, he said,
I eat bacon for breakfast,
a bacon sandwich for lunch,
and then you know what I have for lunch or for dinner? Bacon. And then he said, and something like a pack of Camels, and then he doesn't like light beer either. So yeah, right. He just ate bacon all the time.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was something to the effect of, he's like, I eat bacon in the morning, have a bacon sandwich for lunch, and then I drink my supper.
And then I usually drink my dinner.
That's what it
is. Yeah, that's right.
No, obviously that's Hollywood, but I mean, it's just, oh man, dude, if I could actually physically do it without like killing over from clogging my arteries, I probably would just exclusively eat bacon. Like
they always say that's turkey bacon, but then that's not real bacon.
That's another thing we're going to talk about too.
So now I have some things wrote down that you wanted me to, you know, I just wanted to touch on, but you said my favorites, I guess. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah,
first?
just stuff that you enjoy that, you know, exclusively deals with bacon, or, you know, has, you know, different stuff like that. So
now let me find it
real quick. Is your camera still blinking?
Yeah.
All right, cool. The screen went black, so it made me nervous. So
oh yeah,
we're all right. So anyway, you were saying.
No, I was finding something. All right. So I have it wrote down. Big bold letters. Bacon. So
bacon, I already like where this is going. So
I guess, I don't know. This is not really in any particular order, but first one I have here is BLTs.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. A
Now-
staple of ours, actually. That was that was a big thing.
Now, other than the bacon, what is the most important part of that for you for the sandwich?
Mayo.
Like a good helping of mayo?
Yes.
Okay.
It's, to me, if your sandwich is dry, you are missing out on what a sandwich actually is.
Agreed.
That's and now.
So that I wasn't reacting either way, but I wanted,
Right.
because I wanted to know. So yeah, agreed. That is
I think
people miss that a lot.
right, but I would say that there is something to be said about the type of bread that you use with the type of meat and the cheese, and then also with the different veggies. Because if you can get me to enjoy a sandwich that has nothing on it, as far as like a condiment is concerned, you have probably made the perfect sandwich at that point.
I don't know that I've ever actually had that.
I mean, we've all thrown lunch meat onto like, two slices of bread with cheese, but
Well, yeah, that's not going to Flavor Town, as Guy would say it. But
Guy Fieri.
so what I mean is that I don't know that I've ever had a sandwich, burger, anything like that, bacon or not, that didn't have some type of condiment on it that wasn't banging.
Right.
Like it's always got something with it. I've never been shocked and awed by just kind of like a plain burger, if you will, even like a cheeseburger,
Right.
without a condiment. Now you could throw lettuce, tomato, onion, but like you said, like something like wet. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
like, you know what I mean?
to
Like
be
it's
very
gotta
plain,
be-
it's just it's the lube. It's
it
what
is.
helps you get it down, and it tastes amazing.
it is. Now,
Someone's gonna take that completely out of context. It's the lube, and
But-
it tastes amazing. So-
but if you like almost to a point, like if you marinate your meat and stuff, because I mean, I've done it with steaks before to where I didn't necessarily need steak sauce.
Yeah.
And steak sauce is not because my steaks lack flavor or anything. I like steak sauce.
And
I like,
we're gonna do an episode on steaks too. So
so BLTs now, okay, after that, see, it's actually kind of everything for me. A perfect BLT has that, like you said, that good moisture lube, and then the crunch between the bacon. The toast has to be within a certain like brownness.
I remember mom and dad actually making the toast quite well done, but it was never to the point of when it was like too much. Like
No.
they figured
Mom-
out like exactly how to do it in the 90s.
See, that was mom. That was mom. That was all mom. That wasn't the mom and dad. Like that was mom, dude. Like, honestly, something of that, like of that nature, that was 100% mom. And I remember mom.
She
doing
does
it.
burn toast. She does burn toast.
Yeah, now.
No, I'm
like-
saying like I've watched her actually like burn toast before and eat it. Like I've been like, what the hell are you doing? Like,
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, now. Back then, when we were kids, she was like in her prime. Now she's like looking like 65.
bro, I remember being super little. All right. So, what, bro, you better hope she never watches this. She's going to be pissed. So, man, hell hath no fury like Sherry scorned. Now, so,
Man.
no, so
Cheers, Mom.
Yeah. Thank you. We love you. So BLTs are definitely something that
Yeah.
I would absolutely agree with.
Now-
It's to me, I think that ironically, it's a very filling sandwich. It's so like it's
It
delicious
is.
in every way.
think-
But it also is like I actually feel like satisfied after like,
I need at least
BLT.
two, usually. I need at least two or a big like club sandwich one, if you will, like at a diner where it's the triple layer. But you normally need two, and you need that good piece of big lettuce, not a bunch of like little like broken parts or like shredded lettuce. Like,
Right.
I mean, that'll do. Like you can still do that, but that big piece of lettuce is where that other part of the crunch and the fill comes in, I feel like.
yeah.
And in my way of making a BLT, it's not just like, oh, like so that the bread's covered. Like I will, like I'm gonna smash it down because the bacon is so piled.
Are you one of those guys and or was one of those guys that would make a fucking handprint in his bread and like just just eat it that way. Have you ever seen people do that?
Yeah, like I do, depending on what it is though, and like how late it is. Let's put it that way. I was trying to think of something.
No, you got it. No, I got you. Yeah.
But no, so like it is with everything. So the BLT, like it's not just the bacon, but the bacon is the main flavor for me.
Yeah.
Like that's where you,
that's the reason you show up.
Right. So that's why I like kind of load it down with bacon a little more. Now the next one is, or do you have a list?
No, actually
Okay.
you were kind of giving us a little insight into,
So
what you think about it. Cause let's be honest, we're not really going to disagree about this.
no, we're not. And that's why I was
unless
kinda
if something
keeping it-
comes up. So
I was just kind of trying to keep it quick then. So like the water chestnuts, like wrapped in bacon. You remember?
oh, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God. Dude. Christy actually introduced me to those. I believe it was at one of her like family get-togethers. And I want to say it was, I think it was Mama Trish. I think she was actually the
I could see
first
that.
one. So hi, Mom. So two moms we're saying hi to in this podcast. But no, God, she did that for like Thanksgiving, Christmas. Like that's one of the things that she'll bring over is that she'll bring over like a bacon wrapped esque kind of thing, like whether or not it's like like beanie weenies or whatever. So
I want to say the first time I ever really paid attention to it was, I'm surprised you didn't have, man, you might have and just didn't realize it, kind of like I did. I know I've had him before, but Brad's wife, Stephanie.
okay.
She made them for New Year's one year, I believe. Oh my God, they were so good. And this was like before I was even drinking, regardless of it being bacon. Like
Right.
it was, I was like, what? Because she had like all the toothpicks and like, all that. I was like, what is that shit? And
Be
Brad's
open-minded.
yeah, Brad's like, they're delicious. And I was like, it does got bacon on it.
Yeah.
So I gave it a shot.
Dude, especially whenever it's like bacon. Like I think the coolest thing I ever had was bacon wrapped jalapenos.
Oh, dude, that was one of the things on the list.
Oh, was it? Oh, shit.
No, for sure.
Oh, man. So now, if I'm not mistaken, it's kind of like a jalapeno popper.
It
in
is.
a way where it's like it's kind of like you can have like the cream cheese on the inside if you want to or something.
Yeah, like they mix it all. Like you can do like even with the cheddar cheese, you can do like all that.
There's a pack of bacon upstairs that I am. Oh God, I want to make it so bad. So,
obviously, all cheeseburgers.
we had the conversation about this a while ago. You brought it up.
I did. This is before we even talked about bacon, like being a podcast.
No, this is legit. Like he said this to me at one point. I want to say we were down here playing Doom, and like out of frustration, you were just like, we door dashed in. I think Wendy's, and I think we got the Baconator, and I was like, I'm like I wanted to get one with bacon on it, and you were like, shouldn't that just be standard? Like you have to ask for the bacon not to be on a burger. Yeah. It's dude, it's that
should be like one of those things where
that is
like
law. Like
where it comes with lettuce, tomato, onion, and ketchup and mustard. Like it comes with bacon as well. Like that should be one of those instantaneous things that you have to ask. Yeah, man, what the?
It's delicious. I think honestly, I think that after this COVID crap is done and 2020 is finally like done kicking us in the balls, that is one of the things that should change.
Yeah,
that is one of the things that should unanimously change.
We'll riot.
I mean, I don't want to riot over it, but I would at least like to
suggest.
I just want to suggest it. That's all I'm saying. So,
I said salad, like pretty much all salad,
bacon bits. Yeah.
Yeah. Pizza. I said I even put pizza, no question.
Right.
all breakfast food. Like it goes with pretty much all breakfast food. Yep. And then I put just bacon.
Bacon on bacon.
Just eat bacon.
You know the one thing that I've never actually done.
And then sorry, real quick. The last one was bacon grease to cook with.
Yes. You make like a good gravy with it, or just
And then so we can get back, like just jump into everything. And then you said, what should it go on? So we can see it in big letters, all capitals, fucking everything. Sort of.
Okay.
So
real quick, what I was going to say was that, have you ever done a bacon weave?
No, I actually thought about that on a couple different things I wanted to try, kind of in the near future, actually, before we even talked about this, whole podcast, all of that.
Right.
There's been a few things online that I've seen, like casserole type things and stuff like that, where you like weave the tops and, that's the like the top layer.
Dude, yeah. It's very epic mealtime. Like that's very much how they did
I wanted to try it and I've never thought about what to put it with though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely something we're going to have to figure out. So, all right. So what are we doing here with all of this? Like all this info, like all the delicious foods, like, all the things that should go on. Like, what do you think? Is that one of those things where if people don't like bacon, is that like not right?
My first initial asshole thought is that if you don't like bacon, you're an android.
Fair enough.
Now, let me make something very clear is that if you are not eating bacon due to a like religious preference,
sure,
that's not what I'm talking about here. Those
turkey bacon then, because
well, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm never going to judge somebody on what they're doing. But however, if there is if you genuinely feel like bacon's just kind of meh, like I genuinely I have looked at people before and have been like, what? It's like I've gotten mad at them almost in the same way that like other people have gotten mad about like political views before, where I'm like, how do you not like bacon? Like so, but I mean, I've calmed down, but yes.
So
since
like,
then, but
I guess it's not even the fact of not liking it, because I don't know, like you were just reading earlier, like the whole flavor about it is you almost can't not like it.
It has three different things in the one flavor that it should attract almost everybody.
Yeah.
That's how I would look at it. Now, there is a possibility that somebody could not like all three of those flavors. Sure. Maybe I was a little bullheaded before, but it just, it's, I'm just, digging myself out of my grave. But, it's just, it's, I don't know. It blows my mind. Like it genuinely boggles me. It's kind of like probably like the first time that somebody was introduced to someone that didn't like cilantro because it tasted like soap. It's like what, 2%? 2%. Oh, that's right. You are one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2% of the population, I think it is, or something like that.
And it's like a genetic something disorder, I think, or something. There's a reason why. And like you said, it's a very, very small percent, but I remember growing up as a kid and mom doing like guacamole and stuff. And she's like, it's so good. It's so good. And
I love guacamole, dude.
Like, no, it's fucking not,
dude.
Like,
delicious.
And I kept trying to, and I never knew how to like explain it to her, why I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. And all I kept thinking was it tastes like soap. And honestly, when I was a kid, I'm like, that sounds dumb as fuck.
Right.
Like she's going to think I'm being stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like making it up.
Cause in that moment, like you would be like, it's like,
like cause I'm like, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, whatever it is all the time. Cause honestly, I am one of those people that I try things more than once.
Right.
Even as I got older, I've even tried Brussels sprouts within the last couple years. I can't do it still.
They're disgusting.
Now with guacamole, I can tolerate it. If I forget, like there's certain things that like Taco Bell that have guacamole on it. Now theirs isn't actually so bad loaded with cilantro, but I'll forget and I'll eat it, or if like I'm at a Mexican restaurant and I don't see it, or if maybe somebody knows I like something and I'm late and they order it for me when we're hanging out, I'll eat it. I don't bitch,
right?
But I don't like. Now I'll eat avocado.
So it's just the cilantro.
It's the cilantro I don't like.
So I'm wondering if there's a way that you could substitute that for something else.
You don't need to. You can just make it kind of without it, because avocados have this nice like buttery flavor to it. Mm-hmm. And especially with bacon having that saltiness.
And actually, from what even Mama said too, because she kind of changed up her diet recently because she was having like pains and stuff, and she said that she eats an avocado every day.
My
It's
daughter's
like super good for you.
my daughter's mother is like a huge avocado advocate.
They're delicious.
They are. And I remember her buying them a lot actually for a while, even before and after having our daughter. And I remember her saying like, it did make her feel better.
Yeah.
She wanted them all. She craved them kind of to a point.
Isn't it so crazy? I mean, I don't want to go down the wrong road here with this. That's not what this podcast is about. But isn't it crazy where it's like the natural things that just help?
Yeah,
it's here for you to use. You know,
exactly.
It grows out of the ground. Avocados make you feel better. Well, and it's like every different color of every vegetable or something. Like purple vegetables help you with like your heart. Like green vegetables are good for like stamina. It's something like that.
They do follow some kind of rule.
Yeah. But it's just like, it's like if avocados make you feel better, it's like eat the crap out of them, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like I like avocados. Now it's not like my go-to for things, but if like I've seen like breakfast sandwiches and stuff, or like people that I'll watch like cook things on YouTube and they'll have like thick avocado slices on it. I'm like, you know what, man, I would eat that.
Yeah, especially whenever what was it? Actually, we're gonna call out Dan and his lovely wife Ashley. Because they always post really great updates on their Facebook pages, and the ones that are my favorite are when they slice the avocado just thinly on the eggs that they do. Yeah. Oh, delicious, dude, absolutely delicious. Or looks delicious rather.
They are a couple because, and I say couple because now Dan doesn't cook a lot. But he does work a lot now, and I'm not sure about Ashley. So sorry, Ashley. I don't mean to say you don't work a lot if you do, but
no, they both work full time. So
I didn't know if like maybe his hours are different. But so she's the one that cooks a lot, but he does do some of it, and it looks amazing.
Like both of them are so damn good at cooking.
Oh man, they present it in such a fantastic way. Sorry, I was like way back from
no, you're good.
But they present it in such a great way. That's the one thing you learn in culinary school. And I'm not trying to, went to culinary school. I used to cook. Don't do that now, clearly. But you eat with your eyes.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you do is you see it. So it has to look good.
I love that. That is so cool. It's like the way that it says that it's like you eat with your eyes first.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So like kind of rule of thumb is you see it, then you smell it. So it still has to smell appealing too. Now I've had plenty of food that looked like shit, smelled like shit, tasted amazing. Even both.
How is that even possible if it smells like shit?
It's just a lot of times. Well, see, you don't like broccoli.
Yeah, I can't.
So a lot of times, like the next day when broccoli's been like if you've cooked it, it's got like a little bit of a fart smell.
Oh yeah, no, I know exactly. Actually, probably the worst experience I think I've ever had. It was kind of like the idea of like a phobia meets another phobia. There was at one point, it could have been even at Mom's place. Like I don't even know if it was like where it was. But I remember cleaning out the fridge, and I looked and I saw this container in the back, like kind of like that really fucked up time that I found a cup of Kool-Aid that was in the fridge for so long and near the cooling units, it froze.
And it didn't even mold.
What?
It didn't mold, did it?
No.
Because it was just it was frozen.
No, it was like, I think we threw it away. Like it was just like, we just looked because it was a red cup. And then it was like, dude, I can't believe that you actually remember this because this is buried so deep into my like subconscious that it's like I actually thought it was fake. But yeah, so it was just like that. So
yep, just like that.
So yeah, God, no, there's so many memories I have like that. We gotta talk about a lot of stuff.
All right, bacon.
So anyway, bacon. So
okay, well, so What were we even talking about? First of all, all right. How about this?
We're gonna take a fucking break.
Yeah,
All
I was gonna say we're gonna take a break.
We're gonna take a break.
After this, hey guys, after this, we're gonna call a friend,
Yes.
and you're gonna find out why we're gonna call this friend.
Yes. Now let's be clear. Let's be clear. We love him.
We do. Okay,
We love him.
but you're gonna find out why we're gonna call. All right, see ya.
I'll let you think about why. And we are back to talk about bacon some more, but we are going to be talking to a friend of ours.
Yes.
A friend of ours who has some things that we need to talk about. We need to know what's going on.
I'm not
here.
even going to explain until he's on the phone, just because I'm not going to do it twice. So,
right, yeah. So so if you want to go ahead and call him, then we'll go ahead and go for it. So
we're going to call our friend Brian, and we're going to discuss bacon for a few.
Yes. Oh, it's ringing. It's been a while since we've done a call.
Hello.
Hello, Brian. Welcome. You are officially on the Kyle Ride 425 podcast. Can you hear us all right?
I can, and I'm so happy my astrologer was correct.
Your astrology was correct. What are you again?
Homo sapien or Caucasian. I don't know.
Wait, what was that thing on that 70s show? I think we talked about it, where somebody looked at Chong and they were like, "Hey man," like, "Are you sober?" And he went, "No, I'm an Aquarius." Oh man, sorry, that gave me thoughts of that, so that was good.
Okay, if you're gonna go with astrological sign, I'm definitely Libra because I am an absolute gorgeous fucking unicorn.
You are a gorgeous unicorn.
I was told to watch the F word, and go figure. The third thing I say to that.
What was funny was that actually we went through, what was it, like the first 3 or 4 podcasts, like not really using it at all, and then at one point we were like, all right, we just need to talk. So like it's getting difficult.
Actually, we just went fuck it. And
yeah, I was just gonna say that you literally said "fuck it" to fuck it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's
so all right. So Brian, okay.
Yes, sir.
We have we have you on the show tonight because we're talking about bacon. Now,
yes,
we have talked about since the break that everybody likes bacon. Everybody.
It has actually, in fact, been scientifically proven, and we proved it in the beginning of the.
Well, then
podcast.
I will take my scientific fact and I'll counteract it. Sheldon, that's false.
It is false. Okay.
Now, I fully believe that it's somewhat amateur of a chef. I believe that, flavor, variety, spice of life, that whole added BS, whatever.
Right. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But I think maybe it's pop culture, or, it's become almost like maybe it's just me because I'm in my own mind, I am the most grandiose human being that's ever existed. But
I love it.
Okay. It was a flavor that I was like, oh, that's not needed. And then it was really punctuated when I found out that there was bacon flavored lubricant. And I'm like, and it's like, okay, maybe it's a derivative of some sort of byproduct off the farm, and they use it for engineering. Nope, people stoop on it, and it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I heard somebody's trying to make pork fat sexy. It's like no, and okay, and I don't want anybody going over my past, but do not research anybody I've ever dated, because pork fat, it might have been a safe word or something at one point. But,
oh my god! My god, I love it. Keep talking.
Okay, so what I was going into is, at one point or another, either one of you have been my best friend.
Oh,
and
yeah,
absolutely.
You've lived life with me, and you've seen me through all the great things and whatnot. But the one thing that has always stayed constant is I don't shut the fuck up. so talking is never going to be a problem. Dry mouth is, because apparently egotism has a dehydrating effect. So if I pause and go, it's because my tongue literally latched stuff to the back of my esophagus. So,
Have you ever had really dry mouth? Dad, I can't talk. Yeah.
it's my halitosis, goddammit.
Oh my
So,
God.
okay. So
Love it.
we'll go back into the whole bacon.
Yes.
Okay. And maybe, and I know Jim Gaffigan did a bit about bacon, so I'm not going to ever, go off of that wonderful comedian's work. But maybe it is the success of Kevin Bacon that makes me resent the pork fried product so much. Like seriously, like if you look at it, it's like, how many billboards can you really be on? You have Footloose and Hardee's. Like, I don't, it doesn't make sense to me.
Wow. I never would have made the connection on that for you. That's crazy.
Hey,
That's why-
Look at my IQ, even after 7 concussions. I'm so proud of myself.
Honey, it seems like you only had 2. Don't you worry. So
Well, I only have 2 on paper, but once you have your second one, you can kind of diagnose them yourself. It's kind of messed up.
Right.
I love it.
Dude. You know what's
it's so funny. What, okay, go ahead.
No, you know what's fucked up is that I actually said that to him on his Facebook. Remember?
Yeah.
I said when you told me he didn't like bacon, this is how this whole thing like came about.
Which, mind you, let me like undig my grave here just a little bit, because it was one of those things. No, because it came down to that he was, what was it? I think
blocked the camera for like 4 straight minutes.
I think what I said was, I was like, dude, we need to do a podcast on bacon. And he went, why? And I like, it was like, would you think that's going to work? I went, dude, everybody loves bacon except for a certain group I'm not going to mention in this podcast. That will
No, here's the great thing is, if you do want to mention them, it is literally the only reason is because that is their religious right. And
Right.
by the way, A. Wright taught me about religion. You see what I did there?
Yeah, right. Right. Because what I said was, I was like, those people and Brian. And he looked at me, and he, like, the look on his face was like, he was like, okay, when's the laugh gonna come in? And I just looked at him, and I'm like, there's no punchline.
And I even said,
No.
I was
Brian
confused.
is a walking punchline. Right.
Yeah.
No. And it was because it was literally throughout everybody's life, you have base statements. And so what mine was literally, I hate bacon. Now,
Really?
Behind the scenes, well, because of, okay, by the way, I was in my mid-20s. I was a confused lad. I wore a lot of glitter. But now seriously, after you have a litter of children like I have,
Yeah.
you start to realize, you know what? If I die a little earlier, bacon's not that bad. So,
Yeah, right.
As an adult, I've done the most unhealthy thing you possibly can. Is when I have a salad, I would like a little bit, just as a flavor activity.
Mhm.
And actually, you referenced that Facebook post, and I said, bacon is the MSG of the animal world.
Yeah. And
It
that-
is.
Literally,
Yes.
it has no positive effects. And by the way, anybody listening, if you don't know what happens when you consume MSG, it makes stuff taste amazing, and it's almost in all Chinese food, but it makes you crap yourself.
Yeah.
And
right.
trust me, I know about crapping myself. I've been an alcoholic and a construction worker. So, like, you're on the job site, you're like, well, I didn't want to keep those undies anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, he's running the port, John. He's running. Oh, he stopped running. That means he's done.
Hey,
And keep going. I'm going to check my camera, but keep going.
And real quick, I do want to touch on. This has nothing to do with it, and we're not going to veer off too much. Not because we don't care, but just for time's
my
sake.
ADD helps with that. So go for it.
Congratulations on like your sobriety and everything, man. Like honestly, like that.
Well, thank you.
That was not like the intent of this podcast, but no, honestly, I know you've been doing a good job.
I know why you said that, because I go, oh, is this an intervention?
Yeah.
And like, okay, and then obviously, with my renewed, I went through anger management and alcohol and drug treatment classes for about a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And I've renewed everything of, like, you guys have known, I've been pretty straightforward about all of the flaws in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I feel any person that wants to be whole, they want their soul to not actually just, kind of wake up in the mirror and go, well, you shouldn't be here. What I through all the counseling and everything, I found that being honest is incredible. So like being honest on here, yes, I have still consumed alcohol. But with you guys, you have both seen me in my worst times.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I can say that
actually,
likewise, you've seen us in our worst times too, man. So
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, and honestly, okay, well, I'm not going to get too sappy because it's not very good for people listening.
Hey, actually, Brian, you actually can get as sappy as you want because this GoPro died. So I can cry as much as I want. And no one will know. So
Okay. But listen,
It died.
It died, yeah.
The one great thing I've got to experience in my life is I got to be there with you guys when you have gone through your worst.
Oh yeah.
And I've gotten to be there, and I've gotten to be completely empathetic with this person hurts. This person means something to me. So I hurt too. And I think, knowing both of you guys as, I might joke about, Eric's, apparently an overpass collapsed on you and it was wet and that's where you got all your ink from. And Kyle, you're just a walking caricature of a nerd that wants to try to exist in society. So going off of that, it's literally you guys have honestly, and I would real quick, Devin is good friends with my stepson.
Really?
Dan. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I made the joke to your mom at one point. I'm like, you've given me two of the best friends I had in my life, but I really don't think I can become best friends with the third.
Yeah, no.
Like, yeah. I'm
the
pretty
time
sure there's go ahead.
So the time in his life for that open opportunity for like what it was for me has come and gone.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's just,
So-
like, no one's
But no.
because for anyone that's listening, the way that Brian and I really got connected was at Eric's place, and he shared his wings with me.
Yeah.
That's how that happened. It was
And there was apparently
Yeah.
no bacon involved because he doesn't like bacon.
I told them. No cholesterol, por favor, and you listened.
So
Although,
has
it
this
was
been
Tom, so I don't know if you know Spanish.
now has this been an all the time thing for you?
As far as what?
Bacon, like have you always just not?
Yes. Well, okay. Like as you guys know, and I hope potential more returns to the podcast or whatnot. But I am a lot of things in my life, and I live a personality when I put it out there, it's huge. So everything is literally over the top, and it's like maybe it's like kind of a rebellious thing, but I look at bacon as the most over the top pile of BS that
wow.
Okay, if you guys don't know, the reason why bacon is such a huge thing, especially in fast food and whatnot, is because during the 80s, the owner of Carl's Jr. / Hardee's was friends with somebody on and this is just awesome, the pork board.
Hold on. The pork board.
I
That's
say it
interesting.
because I giggle every time I even think about it.
It's okay. No, Brian, just so you know that like at the very beginning of the show, I was resorted to hyperventilating like a little hyena because I read an
Did
article.
they talk about when you first saw Christy?
That was it. Yes, that was exactly it. That was actually when I turned into a drooling idiot. So,
Well, no, you tried to play a drooling idiot, but you were absolutely smitten the instant you saw her. So,
God,
I think I've told you that a couple of thousand times.
That's all, man.
But no,
I was intimidated. I lost my sight. I couldn't.
But she doesn't taste
it.
as good as bacon, so let's get back to bacon.
What the fuck? Okay, fine. Jeez, sorry.
No,
Well,
Are we still keeping all this
you know
video
what?
even though yours
Just like
died?
the subject.
oh yeah, we're gonna keep all of it. I'm just gonna put a message on the screen that says my camera died here. Deal with it. that's how I'm handling that.
Yeah, we have a low budget, and you can go F yourself if you have a problem with that.
honestly,
no, say it. Say the F word. Say it. Say it.
No, I can't do it.
Do
no,
it.
actually, that's it's kind of convenient because that's one of my things. Is well, as you both know, I've been a construction worker, construction plumber for 15 years.
Right.
And so we use fuck like it's a comma.
That's
and
what
I realized that.
That's what we said.
Yeah.
Right. And so what I did is like, okay, am I a good representative of what my values are? My values are, I want people to look at me and understand that I'm, you know, I try to be as good of a human being as possible. I try to put others first. I try to do everything. And if I'm saying, hey, you're a fucking all-star in the middle of a fucking dance recital, that's not going to, you know, like Billy Gardine's, you know, like that joke he does about if somebody, you know, what if your son's gay? It's like, well, I'm just cheering, but it's for the different activities. Like,
Yeah.
call that a fucking pure away? And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be that because I don't want to be that because I want to show a little bit more respect for the other people. So if I cut out, you guys have probably already noticed, I cut out a lot of swearing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to what you guys have known yet.
We've had to do it so much that it's almost become a weird second nature to me, almost like being at grandma's house.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it is. It's like a switch. It's like a switch that like flips on. Like I know that I can say certain words. I just don't say them all the time.
Now let me ask you guys something. This actually this just hit me. We're veering very off much of bacon, but
Yeah.
I have to know.
Did you think that we're going to stay on topic?
I don't believe in such a thing.
But we all three have
There's
ADD.
no topic. Right, there's no topic other than squirrel. And you know,
I bathe in the blood of my old ideas because I kill them and move on.
and I bathe in the blood of young mistakes. Anyway,
Oh my god! Okay, all right. So I got to get this out.
that was as clean as you can say anything about murder as you can ever hope, right?
Okay, have either of you ever felt that like whenever you've gone to grandma's place or you've been to like a church service or what, like whatever, like wherever in your life you have had to clean up your language so that way, number one, you don't offend somebody or maybe you would get in trouble if you were young, whatever. When you finally get a chance to purge, the only way that I can describe it is like taking a massive dump with corn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Okay, I have two stories with this. But first of all, Kyle, that's because you went to Bible college, and all of the rest of us are sinners. Okay?
Right.
Yeah.
So, go, Eric. If you have something that ties into that, like the awkwardness of having to clean up your personality for the sake of morals and ethics.
I'm an actor every day at work because I can't swear. Now, I actually used to work with Brian.
And he's a Leo too, people.
Yeah, I'm a Leo. That's weird. You know my sign, but you don't know your own.
Dun dun dun.
I'm a Libra.
I know.
I'm a Libra. I am as air. I completely go and I fluctuate according to my surroundings. I'm a damn beautiful unicorn chameleon. That's a literal, like, existing animal stooping a non-existent animal. Like, that's how special I am. It's amazing.
We should have that. We should have
I
that
am
be our
so happy you did not lose your confidence. This is great.
We should have that be our logo.
Wait, the what?
We should have that be our logo.
Real quick. When we were actually serious and before we returned to the fact that we've been friends for decades, I have consumed alcohol, but at the same time, I have discovered one thing, that going past is not a value. I can consume and disregard. It's no longer because you guys, I don't know if you knew this, but before I entered in treatment, because I got in trouble with the law because I was an idiot, which you guys have seen a lot of idiocracy out of me. I was consuming up to between a fifth and a liter of grain alcohol that day.
Yeah.
Damn,
And
man.
That is, and Ohio State's guidelines is do not sell anything over 153 proof. So I was drinking literally 100 Everclear, which is 151 proof. I was drinking a fifth, which is what normal people buy for parties
yeah,
and then put away in their liquor cabinet for 6 months.
that's
I was
what
drinking
that's
that
what
a
you
day
make.
at least.
Yeah, that's what you make for like an entire party. And
Yeah.
like, and,
You know,
and
That's
That's
crazy,
what
dude.
you make to get Elon Musk's new project into outer space. Like that's how bad I was.
What's crazy to me too is that but it's what's crazy to me was that very recently a friend of mine showed me which we've laughed about it. We've watched the video like numerous times, but it's Irish people try American spirits, the strongest American spirits, and seeing the final shot that they were doing, it was so strong. It was, I don't know if it was grain alcohol, but it was 95%. Like that's crazy. Was. It's just so I don't know if that's even like right, but like that's what comes to my mind when I hear is that what that is, or is that
no?
If it's the world's strongest beer, at one point Sam Adams made it. It was called Euphoria, I think.
Yeah,
and it was it was essentially one notch below a liqueur. By the way, I'm not only an alcoholic, but I'm an enthusiast too. So I like the because I believe, and I was taught that if you love something, you make sure you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was.
You became a beer snob.
I became a consumer of worlds. Like I drank Galactus under the table. I swear to God. But no, it's not a beer snob. It's a understanding of whatever you are partaking in.
Yeah.
That you understand the quality, you understand the reason, and you understand complexity. If it's not a very complex thing, say, like when I was a drunk, I would just whatever could get me to that point.
Yeah.
I don't care about quality, but yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
No, yeah, that was always the difference was like when you had something that was good, like tasting compared to what was going to do it for you for the night. Like that.
Oh, you mean that corn whiskey that was in my freezer for 6 months and neither one of us wanted to touch it?
Oh man.
No, okay. It only got drank because the one day you had a crap day, and obviously, we all you and me know what day that was, and you're like doing the corn alcohol. I'm like, oh my God, Shy, write an obituary. It wasn't like it was strong. It's just disgusting. It's like somebody took a can of corn and said vodka.
He's absolutely right, Kyle. And you know what's crazy is that I know that we have really, really, really veered off here.
No, and let me say this too is that I'm happy. I'm glad that we did because
we
this
did.
is
right
because this is real life.
Yeah.
Well, because with Kyle, as long as I've known you, you do like to have a formula. You like to have a pre-plan and then pre-plan for that pre-plan. And I knew that you would be okay because as long as your objective is getting met, there's no real reason to be like, hey, we're gonna pump the brakes.
Right. Well, this is kind of crazy too is that I'm not sure if I told Eric. I don't know if I told you about this, but about 2 or 3 days ago, I got a comment on one of my YouTube videos, and it was actually the clip of us laughing during the fetishes. Podcast.
Okay.
I was just wheezing with laughter. Like I have not laughed that hard in a while.
Yeah.
I think
you cut a lot of it out.
Gentile, that's all.
Right.
You're just Gentile.
Dude, it was. Dude, oh my God. I became catatonic and I just could not breathe anymore. Like I had to. I was like, I damn near almost had us take another break. I was that close, or take a break earlier or whatever it was.
The funny part is I used to behind never telling you this. I used to try to do that to you. I tried to make you hyperventilate. I would try to find the one niche because if anybody listening understands, Kyle is the truest, most purest nerd. Ever.
Yeah.
Like, and
Thank you.
I know like, it's almost to the point where I can reference Uncanny X-Men number 433 in this one cell, and I could reference that, and all of a sudden he pees his pants. And I always, like,
Yeah.
it was a
There was
mind
only
game.
one of those that would be able to beat
Right.
this
It was
Wolverine. That's a
the
quote
most
from that.
enjoyable manipulation. Well, like, it was the most enjoyable manipulation this side of a felony. So, like, that was one of the fun things. But yeah,
he's really good with all of his like vast knowledge of not only like comic books and movies and comedians and stuff, but like he even gets down to like photographers and like directors and stuff, man. He really does.
Oh,
you're
absolutely.
right with that whole nerd thing. It's kind of a whole new category, and nerd doesn't necessarily mean bad.
No, it's the way yeah.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Kyle.
No, please. No, actually, I want to hear what you have to say.
Okay. With Kyle, like the fact of, if you remember, like, we were kind of like, we had a little like nerd group, and it was like, when you found out that, I was like, okay, I'm 38 years old. So when we're going through school, me and Eric were in the same class. Me and him were that one tailing generation of where everything transitions from, okay, we're badass motherfuckers. Now it's like, you know what? But this weekend I did watch Notebook, and honestly, that was a touching story. Like,
I love that fucking movie. What are you talking about?
Dude, no, seriously. Okay, honestly, if there's some macho, whatever, like, big truck driving person, by the way, I like small cars. I'm not slow, but my inbox is always open. No, but there's that transition of where our generation, mine and Eric's, transition to what Kyle's is, which is, it's acceptable to be understanding, emotional male. It is, it is okay to understand that it's okay to cry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you ain't in touch with your emotions, get with it.
Yeah.
Right. And you guys know I have a litter of children at this point, and my boys matter so much to me that I want them to understand that not only is it okay to cry, but I want you to understand why you're crying. I want you to understand whatever it is inside of you that makes you feel this way. I want you to get an idea of it, and maybe that does like you guys know, even before treatment, I was that it's okay to be this way. You just have to just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
And so after treatment, it's like, I understand more of the why I feel this way about this certain thing. And honestly, it's annoying to talk to me when I, one-on-one, because I'm like, oh, okay, well, you've had a rough day. Okay. What causes you to continue the rough day? And they're like, listen, I'm not paying for this, Floyd. So you just finish buying your cigarettes and get the hell out of here.
Yeah. No, you know what's
I love
weird?
it. I love it.
You know what's weird, man, is that I feel like we both have a lot of similarities in that, and where it's not like you're irritated with everything, but it's certain things that irritate you so much, and that it like triggers you for some reason.
Right. Well, what that is like literally you, every situation that you experience has a butterfly effect. Like, I'm not going to talk about Ashton Kutcher because yes, I'm jealous because, well, he played an idiot and then he did success after that. It's like,
well, damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather.
Right. Oh, speaking of that, by the way, Eric, you started off, and by the way, you are a pretty man. You really are. And you've had to transition. Okay. Because between the both of you, you guys both started out on either end. Like, Eric, we were at the Great Lakes Science Center, and you had somebody on stage hit on you. Do you remember that?
No.
Eric is so full of shit right now. He was laughing during that whole thing and brought himself together to say no.
he's doing unscrupulous things in his mind to himself. But no, what ended up happening is he got brought up on stage as a demonstration. It was I will never forget this because it was the funniest thing in my teenage years, other than the awkward changes I was going through, and like, hey, that smells. But no, he was brought up on stage, and this, you know, one of the hosts of this show, you know, cute blonde, whatever, but she was about, at that point, I think about a decade older than us.
Oh,
And
yeah.
She referenced, because she goes, oh, hey, what's your name? Eric. Of course, because I don't know how to do deep voice. I'm just going to try my best. Eric. And she goes, oh, okay. And then she kind of walked away and still looking at him. And I'm like, and as a grown man, I understand. I'm like, oh, yes, Balush. But she referenced his name trying to talk, like during this performance, referenced his name twice after he was long off stage. And I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what it feels like to be pretty. And so, okay, now with that story, you go to the adverse. Kyle was, you know, you
Oh,
were
God. What are we doing here?
Oh, no. No, please. I want to hear this.
Let the doctor operate, all right? So Kyle, growing up, you know, he was a very highly intellectual male. He had these at the time, it was like I was alluding to earlier, the transition from being the macho male to the enlightened male. Right. But what ended up happening is Kyle became an incredible guitarist. He finally found a media to where he can show his intelligence, his brilliance. And honestly, dude, the years have gone by, you've transitioned into the rock star Tony Stark of our clique.
Yeah. He really actually,
and Eric, starting on the one side, has had to transition, and through me opening up about my nerdom, I'm like, yeah, hi guys, yeah, that's me too. And you and me living together, we were learning off of that.
Oh,
you
dude,
and
that was fun.
Your brother and dude, no, it's great. I mean, I lost at least 750 brain cells. It was amazing. But what ended up happening was Eric wanted to just enjoy that concept of like, the knowledge part. You know, you could always be the ladies' man, but you're like, well, these comic movies, they're interesting. Tell me more about them. And what ended up happening is Kyle became the freaking rock star, which Eric was, and you guys both have met up, and you guys are honestly the most complete brothers now because of that experience.
Yeah, I mean, that's now that I mean, the fact that you're saying that, and it's like, you know, kind of thinking back on it, like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You know,
like without a doubt.
What's weird is that I look at this. Me and you we're 8 years apart, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
My daughter, who is about to be 7 months old, is 8 years younger than her sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I often think about that. And what I think about is I'm not going to get too long-winded here because it is 11:30. We do have to start wrapping this up, but is the fact that it took us a little while to like bond, click. I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it took us a little while to click.
I would actually even venture to say that there was a while there where like, I mean, I don't want to like drop a, you know, like a shell or whatever, but shit. Did we just lose him?
I think we just lost him.
Oh, balls.
All right.
Well,
you know what? How about this? It was the first time. All right. Everybody over here, it's just me. Apparently has been for a while.
I mean, I'm here, but
he's here.
They feel alone right now. They feel like this is just the Eric show right now.
Yeah. This is not a good look, but yeah, we will.
You're bringing.
We will definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to cut for the night. It ended abruptly. We will figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this? We are going to definitely figure this out for the next time. How about this we apologize for that, but we will figure this out. So
This is what I knew tonight was going to be, was that this is going to be a learning night. We're going to learn a lot of stuff, and we're going to know what to do and what not to do next time. And this is, because we even talked about like wearing shades and doing fun stuff and just adding different stuff to this that we, haven't done before. And that's,
Brian is definitely somebody that needs to come on the show.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good things.
Brian is honestly, guys, Brian is somebody that you guys need to see, like sitting next to one of us, because playing off of me and Kyle, it's totally different just hearing him on the phone.
It's going to be chaotic. It'll be great.
We do actually have the technology and the microphones and all this to do it. It's just this whole pandemic happening right now. It's a little difficult. So bear with us. This is what we have to do right now. I think it was a success.
Yeah.
With a little bit of a hiccup at the end. Like it needed to end. I know we were talking about some good things, and we can definitely recap on all of that later down the road as far as maybe a different podcast.
Yeah. And and I think though, if we come back to,
I don't want to like say that none of what we were talking about was unimportant. No. And it's towards the end, this was kind of a cool thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I love what I was going to say with him was that, there's been a podcaster that I have recently gotten into named Jocko. And I've talked with him, or talked with you about him about a little bit, but he's ex Marine with an honorable discharge. But he talks a lot about motivation. Oh, did yours just die?
Yep. So we might as well just cut.
No. I'm finished my thought. Oh. So no. I'm finishing my thought. This completely pertains to us, and this is very much about with what Brian was doing, was that we talked about the Brian sobriety, and we celebrated that because with one thing or another or whatever the reason or whatever, we haven't been connected with him for a while, and getting to know, or just getting to be like a one-on-one kind of a thing, that's been something that hasn't been very prevalent, especially with COVID. And with that being said, Jocko basically said something to the effect of that people are so worried about creating something, like somebody says they want to do a podcast or they want to write music or they want to do something. His mentality was, on the situation was basically like, look, the way that you're successful is that you do it.
Yeah.
And it's not that stereotypical BS thing of just wait, you got to do it to succeed, bro. It's no, it's the idea of that you need to do your own spin.
Yeah.
Benjamin Burnley writes music that he likes. He has a fan base that loves the music that he writes. Like Stansberry or Bob and Tom or all these guys, they all do their own thing.
Dude, we
did our own thing tonight.
We did. We actually did. You're right. And I know that a lot of, not a lot of this, but at the end, it's not going to be us on camera anymore. I don't care. This is really cool. We did our first on air, video type thing.
Yeah. Next time we're just going to charge batteries in between breaks. Yeah. That's literally the only thing we have to change.
Hey, and you know what? Nobody can see me right now because I thought I was going to look at the camera and talk to you guys, but fuck it. No. We know how we can do this now, and this is going to be really fun for us. If you guys like this idea, if you've been with us this long, please.
First off, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. And thank you to Brian Smith. Sorry, I was swallowing. Thank you to Brian Smith because he was a great guest tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We did veer off, and that's what we want. We covered everything. It was bacon. How much can you really cover on bacon?
You can cover a lot.
To be honest with you, but he did go into other things, and you know what? It kind of was just a nice even flow into it, and I don't even care. I actually like the fact that he talked about something that is really relevant to a lot of people, and that is just his addiction and sobriety. And he even admitted to faulting at that. But you know what? And I'm not commending this, but he did find a happy medium, it seems like. yes, he may have fallen off the wagon, but he's not a raging alcoholic again.
No, and it's some people can do that. Some
Yeah,
people can.
some can.
Some people can.
Some can.
Manage it, because I think that there needs to be some accountability on all and everybody's actions. But there are some people where it's like, and I've been there too with certain things
Yeah.
where I'm like, I can't even be in the same room with it.
Yeah.
it's like it's just I just know that that's a
So-
limit on me. So, but it's just
But that being
Yeah.
said, like, we really want to congratulate Brian.
Absolutely.
Like I said, if you, thank you.
Yeah,
if
for
you,
sure.
If
Yeah.
you have been with
Hey,
us
wait,
this
hold on.
long, yeah, absolutely.
what am I doing? We got
Brian,
sound effects.
We
Yeah.
got this.
and keep talking.
So yes, thank you for being with us this long, and we are going to perfect this and maybe even get more cameras. Actually, we've been talking about this. So
We have.
we apologize that some of the visuals are not through the entire thing on YouTube, but we want to see you guys more, and we want to know what you guys want to hear and see, because we have visuals and hearies now.
We do.
Yeah.
We have viewers.
Yeah.
Viewers.
Viewies.
The hearies. Which I think
Viewies and hearies. Viewies and hearies.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Viewies and hearies. I'm going to be dreaming about this later.
Why don't we just end on that?
All right.
And end on that. You know
I like
what?
that idea.
All right.
I like that
Turn
idea.
it up.
Turn what up?
Oh, wait. Oh, you're going to fade up to it. That's right. It's the end.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we usually talk
See, normally
over
you
this.
fuck it up and do it the backwards way.
Sometimes. But tonight I have myself in a very good groove.
This was so fun.
This was great.
This was fucking awesome.
I can't wait to edit this.
Not much, though.
Not much, though. No. Yeah, not much.
Not much.
All things
right,
considering.
guys. Thank you, guys.
Au revoir. Couldn't think of anything. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll catch you guys next time, and it will be filmed. And we're going to be more prepared.
We got this.
Stick with it.
All we have is time.